Yo, what is happening, y'all? Happy Thursday to you. It's November 7th. I know it's not the 8th yet. How do I know this? Because Harrison Danger would have let me know that it is the 8th because his Nintendo Switch Lite Pokemon Edition with Pikachu on it comes out. Kind of exciting, you know? I'm booting up this box right here. I'm noticing that my Couch Doodles thing from last night is up and on there, which is fascinating to me because they said it had been blocked. Maybe they unblocked it. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I got all kinds of notifications that last night's broadcast was blocked. The reason it was blocked is because the Hard Times stuff that I posted got flagged by Viacom, which is MTV's parent company. So their algorithms are strong. They got ninjas in their algorithms. Let's see who's in the house. We got Kevlar. What up, my man? How are you, sir? We got Mr. Milton. 13 days until Motu. That is correct. That is very, very correct. I want to tell you guys some exciting news. We got 5 people in right now, but I'm going to tell you some exciting news that is going to happen more likely than not. And I've asked him today, and he said yes, tomorrow, and we're going to lock him down because he's a wily man to get. But we are going to get Commander Mark Kistler of Secret City fame, also Imagination Station. All of you kids of the 80s might remember him as the guy who had the sweet astronaut jumpsuit with the markers, and he taught us to draw. He taught us how to draw, and he taught us how to draw in 3D. And I had the wonderful happenstance of meeting him about 1.5 years ago. And I remember exactly where I was. I was in Las Vegas at Jimmy J's Amazing Comic Con. And I had to take a break. I had to stretch these old man legs of mine. And as I was walking, I see a guy. And then I see that guy again when I double take. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it is Commander Mark. That is the guy I used to rush home to go watch to get some drawing instruction. He was the very first drawing teacher I ever had on television. I had my grandfather and I had books, and I also had Commander Mark Kistler. So he's going to be our special guest tomorrow. I've also talked with Ed Piskor. Ed Piskor is going to be one of our guests in December. I've talked also to Tim Seeley, going to try to get him on. We talked to Rich Friend last night. Very exciting stuff. Let's see who's in the house, man. That rushed up pretty quick. We went to 15 mad fast. What up, Boombox? Let's see. Mr. Green, what's up? Louis Vives Jr., how are you? What up, Luke? How are you, man? Cisco, Mr. Matt Cisco. Atomic Rex Marco, Fragaboom in the house. Correct. What up, dudes from Chauncey Blakely? Yo, I put your button in the mail, Mr. Man, number 2, along with Rodwell's. So thank you to you guys. That's 3 out of the 50 that I have to be sent out. Fragaboom 4 live streams today. Where do I send the screenshots? That's great, Luke. You can send them to me on Facebook. Let me know here if that's the way to do it. And another way to do it is to just DM me at Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, I don't mind giving you guys my email address. My email address is my name, which is Dan Fraga, DANFRAGA, at mac.com. Dan Fraga at mac.com is how you get a hold of me if you'd like to. You can send me the pictures along with your address, and you will have a button in the mail coming right at you. And then you can wear it proud. Exciting. Oh, word. Let's see. Jeff Lastly, hello, sir. How are you? Mr. Rooster Puncher. I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. Rooster Puncher. I'm going to pull this up. I'm not pulling it up on your screen. I'm just going to show it to you right now. He's got his brand new book. He's got an ash can version of his Hellseekers book. Let me show it to you right now. Let's see if you could see that. We got some Hellseekers right there. And if you need any more reason to get Hellseekers other than the fact Mr. Spencer Desmond, aka Rooster Puncher, did the dang book. It is also the very, very first appearance of our Black Flag ad. Why is it in black and white? Because it's a special black and white edition. This is the first appearance of the Black Flag Returns ad in print. So go out and get it. I'm very stoked about that. What is the word today? Love Kistler's energy. Amen. I like Ed and Jim's channel, the best friendships in comics. Yes, they got a great friendship, man. I don't know about the best friendship in comics. Matt Yackey and I got a pretty good one. Brian Murray and I got a pretty good one. I don't know. So, and when I get you on here, Rooster Puncher, people are going to see some mad chemistry happening. Rude dudes, in effect, Mr. Paulus. How are you, sir? It's just an ash can preview. Just. When you're telling me that the paper was upgraded, thing looks great, man. That is not just an ash can preview. So today was a busy day. Very, very busy. Very busy. Woke up early. Kids, 2 of the 4 kids had to go to the dentist today. They have their special dentist appointment. So got up. I got to sleep in a little bit. I slept in an extra half hour, which was nice. Then I got up and I worked on the many projects I have in the pot. Always drawing, always. And like I've said it before, I bet you when we meet each other in person, my energy level is going to be a lot higher than it is usually on these streams, because with these streams, you are getting me at the end of my day. You're getting the candle at the end. Let's see here. What up, Popil? How you doing? How you doing, man? Smash that button, Fragaboomers. Thank you, Mr. Hermit Comics. Star Tiger, welcome. Welcome to the Fragaboom box. You're chilling. And when you decide, if you want to decide that you're enjoying the show that you have laid out in front of you, which is sort of different every day. We have a little bit of a format. We do some talking, some drawing. Every now and then we have special guests and some nose hair itching, like I just did there. And it once you get in on it, and I say all you need to be here for is 3 streams, and you're officially a dude. And not a dude as in D-U-D-E, but dude as in D-double-O-D. With a Z on the end, because we got depth. I just made that up. That's a dad joke. I'm good with the dad jokes. We got Fragaboom playing in the background. What up, Akuma? Yeah, you know what, man? The time change, Akuma, is my favorite thing. Like I told you, I enjoy the fact that I feel like I've had an extra hour. While yes, it does. There we go. It does feel like 10 p.m. still, but we're going to get used to it. I'd like to see more comments from you guys not just in the chat, but in the comments section. What it'll do, one thing is it will be informative to me. The things that you want, the things you would like, the things you don't like. It helps me shape this channel into something better, because I'm here. I enjoy it, but I'm also here to give you guys what you need. And that's an exciting thing. So if you guys want to give me a list of live guests that you would like to have on, or just guests in general, like I said, I have guys who've agreed to interviews, and maybe some of those guys might want to do it live now that we have the avenue in which to do it. Gonna get Norm Rappman in here. I gotta talk to Danny Mickey. Gonna get Danny Mickey in here. The underrated, underappreciated Inker. Inkers, when they're great, they're amazing and they're invaluable. And I've worked with many of the best. I've been very fortunate to have that happen. I'll tell you a little story about the very first time Danny Mickey inked me. Danny Mickey inked me. The very first time I was inked was my very first pinup. It was in Brigade Issue 2, Brigade Volume 1, Issue 2. It's got a green cover with Battlestone fighting some other guy. I don't even remember what the guy's name is. I have it on the spinner rack. But I remember I had drawn my rocks a certain way, and Danny changed my rocks. And I remember he said, "What do you think of this?" And I said, "You changed my rocks." So that became our code. He gave me jabs and still continues to give me jabs. I hear them all the time. I say, "What up, Mr. Mickey?" And he says, You changed my rocks. Let's see. Woke up at 3:45, ready for the day. What up, Chris? How are you, sir? Is it Arnecki? Am I saying it right when I say Arnecki? That sometimes, vowels, like I've had my name said to me, whether it was a substitute teacher, a new employer, or later down the line somebody meet me at a convention. I get Fraga, Fraja, Fraga, and it's a rare thing when you hear Frega, but when I hear it, I always give someone a high five. I've had people go, Mr. Frega, and I go, oh, you did it, you done did it, how'd you do that? Because most of the time I get Fraga or Fraga, but I want to make sure I pronounce names right. Luke says, I know you interviewed Rob, but do you think you can get him on a live stream? You know what? I'm gonna ask him. I want to see if he's interested. I think he might be. He's a social media giant. He knows how to work it. I'll talk to him about it. That's something that would be interesting. I would love to have him on. Love. The one thing is he's been interviewed already, so we would probably chit chat about the topics of his favorites, maybe how he broke in. I asked him the same questions I asked Art from that list of questions, not some of the specific things like how did you get in Extreme, how did you get in, and all that stuff. But I would like to ask him some questions. I know a lot about Rob's history. Some people don't know this. I lived with him. There was when I very first moved to Southern California to join Extreme, I worked at a comic shop called Comic Mania. I didn't know what the arrangement was going to be. I was just told, move down and you have a job. But I didn't know where I was going to live. I thought maybe there would be some situation or suggestion. And what ended up happening is I lived inside of a comic book store. I lived upstairs at the comic book store. And that comic book store, the way I paid my rent is I worked in the comic book store. The way I ate was I'd play basketball for sketches or money if I won. Ate a lot of Taco Bell, a lot of Top Ramen and peanut butter. Not together, that's gross. But one of the things that really sucked about that place was there was no running hot water. So my showers for about 7 months every morning were cold. No hope for warm because there was no working hot water heater. It was just cold water. So I learned how to do that, and after a while, Rob felt bad for me. He also bought a house. He bought a house up there in Fullerton, his very first house, with a wonderful house, view of Fullerton, and let me live with him, and I lived with him for about 1.5 years. So it was very, very cool of him to do that. That was in the beginning times. That was roughly sometime in late 92 that I moved in with a guy. Didn't Rob say something about doing YouTube as well? Maybe he can channel launch stream. That would be cool. I would think that would be cool. What up, Skits Comic? How are you, sir? Good to have you in the Fragaboom box. Again, with the comments, I know I'm beating this thing like a drum on a hip-hop 808. But I've been doing my due diligence and researching how to make your channel grow organically. And one of the things, even if you guys put a comment in the comment section that said Fragaboom, that would be something. And I don't mean the live chat. I mean after the video comes on and you tickety type something. In fact, type something in your favorite video. I get notifications when it happens. And then when I answer them, their algorithm says there is interaction and engagement. Let us make sure this channel is boosted up. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to boost up. Anyhow, it is Thursday. I'm excited. It's the 7th of November. Today is kind of a sad day for me. I don't mean to be a downer, but 7 years ago, I got a call from my stepfather telling me my mom was... he took my mom to the urgent care, and about a month previous she was diagnosed with having emphysema, but it wasn't not 3 days later after she went to urgent care that she passed away. And I know it could be a downer, and I'm talking with you guys about it. But the reason I'm talking with you about it is the dangers of cigarettes. I know I say that, and I've been saying that to my friends that smoke, and anybody that I love that smokes. And believe me, guys, I smoke too. I smoked. I still enjoy the fine shrubberies of life, but I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. They're not good. In fact, Johnny Dangerously says, "Hey, kids, don't smoke. Chew chewing gum." That's what Johnny Dangerously says. So that's what I'm saying to you, because I care about you, and especially in November when I think about my mom and how much I miss her and how much I wish she could hold her grandkids and all those things. I think about how cigarettes are a dastardly batch of coffin nails. Those motherfuckers. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that public service announcement. Hope I didn't blow that ship out of the water. All right, let's see. Fragaboost. That's a good one. I like that. Rodwell, sir. The name of your town is a crazy town. I'm not gonna tell where you come from, but it was a crazy town. I like your town. All right, so your button is on the way. In fact, I'm gonna go grab a couple of them to show you guys a handful, just to get you guys all glitzy over them. I hope you can hear it. You hear the jingling? That's the bag of buttons right there. And we're gonna go to the Fragaboom POV cam to you hear the jingling? You hear the jingling? Look at those. So what I do when I send one of these out is I put a number right there in silver ink and I sign it. And the signature is kind of sloppy, but what you get out of it, too, is a handwritten note. And I write them all myself because there's only 50 of them. No, I handwrite them all myself because I just feel like you guys are worth that, you know? I don't want to type it out. I want to say thank you, and I want to write it down. And I handwrite the addresses. I don't put my own address on there. In fact, I put your address as the return address. So even if it's returned to sender, it gets returned to you anyhow. So it just goes round and round. And it could be like that thing. Did you guys see that video? You know how they ask that question of how a cat always lands on its feet and how buttered toast always lands buttered side down? Somebody created a video, and I'm not going to even try to air it because I don't want the YouTube algorithm to say I did something wrong again. I like being here. But some guy kept dropping his toast. It kept landing. He kept dropping the cat. So he taped or strapped buttered toast to the cat's back to see what would land first. And the cat didn't land, the butter didn't land. It just started spinning and spinning and created a whole brand new energy source. It was excellent stuff. So that's what I think about when I think about putting the same to address as the return address. The only thing I worry about is I always write from Fragaboom, and there's a little thing in there, there's the button in there, right? I'm hoping the post office doesn't think I put a little miniature device in there with Fragaboom on it. Weird. All right. Holy smokes. This is a record, guys. We have 36 people in the Fragaboom box. And that is pretty darn amazing. Oh my goodness. Ethan Van Sciver, he saw my message. I was drinking last night and I couldn't have gone on your show. Ethan, you are welcome anytime. I wanted Ethan Van Sciver to be our secret guest last night. I actually sent him an invite and said, why don't you just pop on in? And we're probably going to do that at some point again. When you see that live StreamYard thing is up and you see my face and people are coming in and out, you're never knowing who's going to show up. Like I said, Commander Mark Kistler is coming on tomorrow. We have Ed Piskor coming in early December. We're going to have Tim Seeley, Adelso Corona. We're going to get the gang, Norm Ratman. We're going to talk comics. We're going to talk how people break in, how people stay in. Because I'll tell you what, breaking in is difficult. Staying in is really difficult. So let's go to the Fragaboom box. Let's see who else is in the house. I just got a button stomper. Yeah, those are cool. Which one of those are mine? Akuma? One of those buttons are yours, I'm sure. I'm sure. I know, Rooster Puncher. Part of that PSA was directed at you, man, because I have love for you, and I think you have an amazing brain. Like I said, that it sounds weird when I say that, but when I say someone has an amazing brain, it means they're not doing the status quo. They're not biting the line that people give us. You know, they call it programming for a reason, right? Television programming, radio programming, social media programming, you know? So it's sort of a series of instructions and makes us think and do things. And you've got one of those amazing brains that thinks outside of that box. So I appreciate you, and I want you to live, brother. All right, let's see. For anyone who still smokes, The Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alex Carr worked for a lot of people I know. Look it up on Amazon. Akuma, which one of these buttons is yours? I'm going to do this for you, buddy. This one right here. This one belongs to Akuma. Right there. You see it? Right there on the sleeve. It doesn't show up that great, but it's right here. Gotta make it shiny. Shiny Akuma button. There it is. That is your button right there. Which one is yours? That one. How you get it is that I drop subliminals, and I've already said it already. In fact, I said it already. I'll probably say it again during the show, but I'm dropping them bombs. Let's see, what else? People giving love to Mr. Van Skyver. He and I have known each other now. He says it was 95. I thought it was 96 or so, but I believe him. He's another one of those cats that has a good brain. Let's see. Break in. What's that? I'm just interested to hear. Ethan hitting the sauce. Special occasion. Working on corrections right now. Oh, Matt, I would love to know what those were. We'll talk about it. What up, Mr. Tony? Frega bling blang. Paul, you retracted your message. Papa, nah, I just felt like I could. You know, I feel like I could sometimes, but I'm starting to know my body when it comes to what I eat. So a lot of people don't know this, but in 2016, I woke up one morning and my back hurt so bad, and when I moved my arm, my entire arm went numb and my hand would tingle, and it scared the living daylights out of me. I went to the doctor, went through several x-rays, MRIs, EKGs, all the stuff, and as it turned out, I have these things called arthritic bone spurs, and a nerve was trapped on one, so anytime I would move my neck, it would pinch, and it would make all my muscles go tight, and when the muscles go tight, it would push the nerve into the thing even more. Anyhow, been going to the chiropractor, been doing all kinds of stuff, but as it turned out, after putting a little post up on Facebook, it turned out it's nutrition, like the thing that helps it the most. So the thing that causes the most inflammation for me is potatoes, which is the weirdest thing. Sometimes it's wheat, so if I have too many beers, I wake up the next morning with back pain. Strange, but they say know thyself, right? So if you see me drinking a lot of wine doesn't hurt me. Whiskey does to a certain extent, but I have to drink a lot of it to the point that I don't even feel the pain until the next day. Let's see. Ethan, I've read Cyberfrog like every night for 2 weeks. I've got my Cyberfrog right here. It's luscious, it's heavy, it's hefty, and it came with trading cards and a sticker. And I don't want to stick that sticker on anything. Not because I don't believe in sticking stickers on stuff. It's just I'm going to need a couple more of them before I give one up. I interviewed Ethan way back in 2007 at Orlando MegaCon for a show called Last Wednesday. I'd love to see that interview. I bet you it's entertaining. All I do is break stuff and never get into nothing, says Skits Comment. You know, one of the things I like about StreamYard is you can press that button and it puts that quote up. I'm going to find as many streaming options as I can, and then from that, I'm going to take them and find the best one. Or do what I say, is make the salad. Everything that I do, any sort of pre-recorded video that you've ever seen me do, I don't use one piece of software. I actually use about 5 or 6. I do a little something here, bring it over to this one, add this over here, bring it over to this one, do this to it, and then I finish it off in another program. So that might be the way to do the live stream. I just don't know how to switch back and forth between them. Wish I did. The other option, like I said, is to shell out more for the iOS switcher that I have right now, which allows me to do things like overlays. Right here from my phone, right? I can drop pre-recorded video, like the Fragaboom that you're hearing right there. Cut back to myself. I can do the A-B, right? So I say this is A, and then this is B. Look at that beautiful cover down there. Isn't that wonderful? Old school, 1994. Take it back down, go to solo. So as soon as I can get that chat feature working with this software, it is going to be good as gold. Because that's the thing I don't like about StreamYard. In fact, I had some questions for Ethan, and I'm going to ask him eventually. But it's like the before screen. Like sometimes I load up and I'm not ready, but I just go anyway, whether I'm ready or not. And also, I see other guys that are using StreamYard that have videos, but I saw that the video cap is 3 megabytes. So either they're compressing it down or they're having some sort of hack, or maybe there's a paid feature that allows you to do it. I just don't know. I don't know. The ash can is done. The ash can is done. The ash can is better than blood honey. I need it. I need it. I need it. Your bone spurs suck. Correct? No. Lun? Correct. Correct is a palindrome, is it not? K-A-R-A-K, like taco cat. And a nut for a jar of tuna. In fact, spell that one out. You'll see that I'm right. A nut for a jar of tuna is, in fact, a palindrome. I am coming to Marble City. That's the plan. I've been going back and forth with the promoter because I was supposed to go earlier this year. It got postponed. I'm still trying to find out about my lodging arrangements. But my plan is that I'm going. That is my plan. So hopefully if you're going, I'll see you there. Let's see. Leg kicks in the house. What up, man? What up? Topher, say no to nightshades. That is correct, but I'll tell you what, man, I have a thing for tomatoes, which is a mild one. I also like cayenne. I like bell peppers. I gotta stay away from those, unfortunately. Sometimes I'll just cook with one and then take it out and then try to feel like I had one. It's a sad thing, this getting old stuff. Let's see. Man, I gotta keep up with these comments. You guys are moving fast. We're hitting 40 right now. How is that even possible? Let's see. Can you do a freestyle with EVS on keys? I would love that. Ethan, what do you think about that? We should do a musical duo where we take your keys and you play and you sing and I throw down a little bit of that Fragaboom stuff in the Fragaboom box. The chat room can drop some words that they want in here. Somebody last night made that happen. I still got my original copies of Cyberfrog from Hall of Heroes. Hell yeah. I wish I could find my cover that I did. That's one of my favorite drawings. And I got the man to ink it too. Fragaboom Couch Doodles EVS. When it comes to making freestyles and streams, we the best. Who the best? You next. Who's crew next? Get a fucking Kleenex until you wipe it up like Windex. The blue juice, yeah, with the rhymes I'm bussin'. If you can't fix it, Windex, Robotussin. Bam. Alright, let's see. My life on nothing but one bone spur after another. It's the worst, man. It's the worst. When they say I could feel it in me bones and all that stuff, come to Louisville, Kentucky? I would love to, man. I want to have a whiskey tour. I want a whiskey tour. I would love it. What's depressing, Rooster Puncher? I want to know what's depressing. I'm down to do a little Kenny Loggins. We can fly through the danger zone, or we can do the Loggins Messina stuff, like the old. Who will play the tambourine? I bet you that Harrison Danger would love to play the keys. And can I tell you something about that little man? Harrison Danger said to me, "Dad, can I come on the stream? I didn't go to school today." And I said, "Buddy, you should have come on last night because you didn't have school today. It works out when you don't have school tomorrow, you can be on the stream." And he's like, "You should have told me that." So anyway, Harrison Danger will be on the stream tomorrow. He loves you guys. He misses you. He's going to bring that youthful 6-year-old vibe that he does with his booty shakes and his unconventional wisdom. Let's see what we got in the room. Can I be in your band? I play a mean kazoo. I'm looking for a mouth harp, yo. That's what I'm looking for, that band. Thanks for Dan for the Marble City update. I want to sketch. I will be there, man, and I'm bringing my daughter with me. She said she's gonna make stuff and bring it with her, so I'm in full dad mode, and I feel very blessed to be able to bring my kids along for the ride. In fact, I still have something from Hunter Van Sciver that was drawn many years ago. He was selling sketches. I forget which convention. You might remember, Ethan. But he drew me a picture of Batman, and I saved it. I just gotta find it, but I know I didn't throw it away. I didn't, and I still have a Caden Mickey drawing too. Danny Mickey's son drew me a picture. So those are jewels, man. Especially when these kids are like full-on adults. It's crazy. You can go, haha, I got this, and they go, throw it away, and the pleasure is to torture them. It's a good time. Let's see. Needs more cowbell. And Danger is his middle name. Truth. Pure truth, man. Pure truth. I need to take myself a small bathroom break. So what you're going to do while I run is listen to some Fragaboom. You are watching Couch Doodles Live. I am Couch Doodles. No, I'm not. I am part of Couch Doodles. You are part of Couch Doodles. We are live. I am Fragaboom, your host. I will riff like my man Ethan Van Sciver right now. I am your host, comic book veteran of 28 years. I am not a humble man. I am not an intelligent man. I am just a man. But that's what I got. And you're here, and I'm glad you're here. So welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's a thing from the 70s. So weird. It's so weird. All right, let's see. Mouth harp is all we got here in the holla. We're at 42. We're at 40 now, man. See? Man. Old man Frigga can't hold it like he used to. I'll tell you what happened, Mr. Perone. In fact, I did not go to the bathroom. I enjoyed nature, but I did not make nature happen, if you know what I'm saying. That's not code. That's the legit truth. So I'm having a little bit of wine right now, enjoying the wine. Whatever you guys are having, I want to raise a glass to you guys for joining. I think the first thing we're going to do as we jump into the second half hour of our stream is do a little bit of Fraga's favorites. And we're going to talk about comics. We're going to jump in on the iPad and take a look at some of my favorite comics, because these are a few of my favorite things. I'm hoping, like I said, I got that email from YouTube. I'm gonna show you guys what that email looks like. We're gonna start up ye ol' iPad, and I'm gonna show you this email. I'm gonna pull the email up so you can see what it looks like. and go, oh my gosh, that is exactly what one of those, like, hey, stop doing this emails looks like. Hold on, let me find it. It's not it. There we go. Your video has been blocked, it says. There it is. I'm gonna do this so you guys can see it. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna add the iPad so you can see it, and then I'll take the iPad out because I have to switch it every single time. But look at this. Here's the email. Hi, Couch Doodles. Due to a copyright claim, your YouTube video has been blocked. This means that your video can no longer be played on YouTube. Title, Couch Doodles. Copyrighted content. That was the pilot that I did the animation for. Claimed by Viacom. That is MTV's parent company. And it says your video might contain copyrighted content. Copyright owners can choose to block YouTube videos that contain their content. Alright, so that's said. And this morning I couldn't find the video. That's how I found out that I did not know. I didn't know where it is, but here it is. It's back up. It's back up. See, it says 21 hours ago. So maybe what happened is it was reviewed. They said, wait a second, that's that guy. Or maybe they said, hey, this was a show that was on 10 years ago that we're not going to revisit. Or I don't know what they're going to say. But either way, I'm glad it's back because you guys got to hear some really fun Todd McFarlane impressions. And that was a whole lot of fun. So let's go back into this. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to turn it sideways so we can get the right landscape view instead of portrait, as they call it. And we're going to go into Fraga's favorites. There we go. Trying to figure out which one I'm going to go into. Let's go into Goodreader. Goodreader has a lot of really great stuff in it. Let me close these out. These are my He-Man scripts. Can't see those. You guys have gotten sneak peeks at things before. I want to show you guys something here. This is one of my favorite things. It's this Punisher right here. And see how it says The Punisher, No Rules Part 1. This was issue 94. It was drawn by a guy named Frank Turan. And I immediately, this was during Black Flag, and I immediately was thoroughly attracted to this comic book in a visceral way. I hadn't seen stuff like this. It wasn't clean. This composition was great. The red against blue was very strong. And just the barbed wire and junkyard fighting just seemed ready for the recipe of awesomeness. And here you got Punisher in the air. You can hear him snarling. There's no word balloon, but you can hear him snarl. And then you see he's in the middle. And too bad this is. I wish I could rotate it, but I cannot. I cannot rotate it. Let me do this and go to the next page. Boop. There we go. But it's brutal. I mean, look at this guy. He grabs Punisher by the arm and just bashes him, throws him. Punisher, look at that busted ass nose. This definitely, to me, was good Punisher, perfect Punisher in my book. It hit all the right notes. It wasn't clean. There's a lot of economy of page, but the layouts themselves were really great. They moved. You get single panels like this. Look at that. Punisher, looking strong, standing strong, that smoke billowing up and around him. Look at that busted nose on his face. Just busted nose. And Frank Turan, he was penciling and inking this stuff himself. So there was 2 wonderful issues of this. Look at that face. You know, that's cartoony. And I think, and I've talked about this before, I think my favorite guys are cartoonists. I like a lot of realistic guys. I like Brian Hitch. Kevin Nolan, to a certain degree, is on both sides. Finch has realistic lighting. But I'll tell you, man, the guys I gravitate towards the most always are the cartoony guys. Let's see this. Let's see. Yeah, I bet Todd submitted the report. That's funny. I'm going to the boombox real quick because I'm realizing I'm missing some of your guys' comments. Let's see. There's no way you washed your hands. I didn't go to the bathroom, damn it. Fragaboom spur. I like it. Yeah. Let's see. What about getting Billy Tucci or Brian Pulido on the stream? I have talked to Billy Tucci and I got a yes from him. So Brian Pulido, I just haven't reached out to him. I don't know him the same way I know Billy. I've known Billy longer and have a stronger relationship with Billy, but I would love to ask Brian Pulido. Let's look at some Simon. We will. Why not? Why not? Uh-oh, a message from the boss. What's your favorite? What is your favorite? Where did it go? What's your favorite book to read in the 80s and collaborators? I loved anytime Rob Liefeld was inked by Todd McFarlane. I felt like that was a sweet spot. I loved anytime Scott Williams inked Rob. Scott inked him on that What If #7, What If Wolverine had become an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. But he also inked him on a cover of The New Mutants. I believe it was 93, if I can recall correctly. In fact, why don't we pull it up right now and go to that New Mutants issue and take a look at it, because that cover, man, there it is. I don't know how many times I drew and redrew that cable right there. That, especially that arm. I felt like the anatomy on that arm was excellent. It was cartoony enough, but excellent, and I liked the line variety that Scott used. I just thought that, there it is, Scott Williams, 1990. I thought that Scott inked him as good as McFarlane did, for different reasons, but that would be some of my favorite collaborations. We could also talk about, Klaus Janson over Frank Miller. We could talk about other stuff like that. Let's see, may Boom be with you. What's up, Mr. Kevin Ryan? I met Kevin Ryan for the first time a couple weekends ago in the Comic Book Bash in Nashua, New Hampshire. What a fun conversation I had with Mr. Ryan. Very enlightening. Very enlightening. You know, it's a very odd thing sometimes when you realize that you might be part sheeple. And I'm not saying Kevin is, I'm saying that I have been. Sometimes, you know, when you get saturated by ideas, like I told you about programming and billboards and radio whispers and things like that, what's true, what's not true, and it was just very good to get a dose of the truths that come from Mr. Ryan. So that was very cool to meet you, dude. Last night was a good one. Enjoyed those animations. Yeah, what I'm gonna try to do with those animations is do a storyboard side-by-side comparison. Let's go back. Sorry about this. I'm gonna do a storyboard side-by-side where I put my boards next to the animation, and I will bring the volume on the animation down a little bit, and I will talk over it. And I think what that'll do is create a new visual and new audio that the algorithm will go, oh, that's not that. That's what I hope, because I still want to share. We did 24 episodes, and you can call it 25 because we did one that ended up getting hit the cutting room floor. We scrapped it and went for a different look. It was a great episode too. It was where the RJ and Miles wanted to get some fake IDs, and when they went to the place for the fake IDs, the cops came and there was a shootout. And when we cut to animation, originally it was in Super Mario style, and we animated the whole thing. We had them bouncing and escaping and jumping down tunnels and going to Vegas and doing all this stuff. And then what ended up happening, seems like it's the theme of the week, is Nintendo company said, MTV, don't do this, because it was too close. We matched the style too close. It didn't look like Mario, but it definitely felt like Mario. so much so that Nintendo asked us to not do it. So what did we do? We ran back home and we did that entire style in Beavis and Butthead style. In fact, let's do a little experiment right now, shall we? Shall we do an experiment? Because I can't, I don't think you guys can hear the sound of my iPad. I can share my iPad, but I don't think you can hear the sound of it. Let me know if you can, okay? I'm going to go on YouTube right now, and I'm going to play some of yesterday's. Can you hear the audio on that? Because if you can't, I might be able to show you something. Well, that I'd have to switch it over, right? There we go. Tell me if you hear this. So that's that. Let's see now if any of that audio came through. Because if not, we're in luck. I can show you some more animation. Let's see. What up, Alex? How are you, sir? It's good to see you. I miss you. Miss Callie. You sure it's back up, boss? I tried to access it earlier, but saw the down notice. You don't even see the thumb for it now. That's weird, man, because look. This is it. This is it right here. I'm on YouTube. And maybe what it is maybe I'm allowed to see it, but you guys aren't, because there it is. Couch Doodles, exclamation point, 138 views. That view count makes me feel like it is a little busted or broken. But this is it. This is it right here. I'm able to watch it, so maybe what I can do, I know I have it. And maybe I can repost it and kill the audio on the animation section so we can repost it, because it was a fun stream. But let's try something right now. Let's try this. Go to Vimeo. It'll probably want me to sign in, as it always does. Log in, it says. And I can do it via Facebook, right? Log in with Facebook. So it's gonna open my Facebook. Oh, it wants me to do what? Uh-oh. That looks like one of the jobs I'm doing. Give me a second, gang. I'm gonna answer this text right now. There we go. Go. Sorry about that, gang. Sorry about that. Okay, going back to Vimeo. Let's log into Vimeo real quick and see if we can do this. Let's see here. Boom. No. They're asking me more questions again. They're asking me more questions. I might have to cut this thing dead at 10:30 because they're in California. Let's try this one more time. This is technical difficulties, as it likes to do. There we are. There we go. Now we can do it. Sorry about that. Boom. Logging in. Hopefully it'll take us back to Vimeo. Okay, Vimeo. So this is my Vimeo, and here's a bunch of different things. Like here's a Extreme Studios San Diego Comic-Con video, right? How cool is this? See if we can go full screen on this. You won't be able to hear it, Hopefully you won't be able to hear it because there's copywritten music on it. But that's Danny Mickey and Anthony Wynn fighting. That's me and Anthony Wynn fighting. That looks like John Sabal inking Jeff Matsuda. I hope you guys are really enjoying all the zigzagging of the what do you call it? The VHS of it all. What's up, Gil Rivera? Scott Kurtz, I will tell you my streaming setup if you want. I'm reading some of these comments. My life is one big technical difficulty. There you go. There's Snakebite. Look at Andre in the corner. That's Andre back there. There's Marat Michaels, looking as handsome as always. This was the promo video from Extreme Studios. They're from back in the day. Here we've got Byron Tallman doing color guides. It looks like over Matsuda. Cedric Nocone, my homie. I miss that guy. Had to go turn the antenna so I could get better reception. That's awesome. Yeah, this came off of a tape. This is the best I could get it going. There's Dan Panosian. What a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. That Dan Panosian. There's Bad Rock. We had these Bad Rock masks. We had Shaft masks. Extreme hats. This was a time. That's Mark Pacella. He's so young looking. It's so crazy because at the time we thought he was the old man, but he's so young looking there. Might just be relativity, right? Yeah, there's Matt Hawkins doing his hacky sacking. Norm Rapman, lettering. This was Kurt Hathaway and his assistant. There's Kurt making photocopies. Oh no, look at that fool right there. Chuck Jones! I miss Chuck Jones. You could tell he wasn't having it. Some more Anthony Wynn. Some more wrestling. There's Shannon Mickey. Ron Reif coloring. Look at those ancient computers. Matt Hawkins is definitely in this. Chap Yates. John Sabal. Some more Norm. Kurt Hathaway. This was our first signing at Jim Hanley's Universe in New York. That's us on the plane, on the bus. Kurt, Rob, Marat, Chap. Throwing down the 90s hip-hop flavor. George McCarthy. That was our tour bus guy saying I'm your ride. Eric Stevenson. Rob, talking to the hotel people. Danny. Chapel. Bruce Stinson. The Chapel. Yeah, when we got off that bus, that line, look how big that line was. It was like 5 city blocks. And they came to visit Extreme Studios. Insane. Insane. I wish I had that Weapon X shirt. That would have been great. That would have been great. I gotta get Brian Murray on here too. You were at that signing, Lewis? Man, that's cool. That was a crazy time, wasn't it? I mean, that was insanity. And they ended up having Rob sign like another 4 hours after us, and we signed a long time. It was excellent. It was definitely a good time. Norm. You know who has my Extreme Studios jacket now is Ed Piskor. Ed Piskor has my Extreme Studios jacket. I gave him my jacket back in the day. Yeah, hopefully you guys can't hear any music on this. Let me see if I press mute. Yeah, no sound. That's excellent. Glad that's happening. Because that means I might be able to show some other things, and if I don't get knocked if there's no audio on it. Let's see, where was this? That was still that night. That was that night. We went into the night, and then, yeah, and then Rob got up on the table. That was crazy. These are crazy times, guys. We were trying to get out, and that police officer was telling us, if I open these doors, I can't protect you. You guys can't go out these doors. So we ended up having to go out the back. It was definitely a different time. Definitely a different time in comics, for sure. This camera work is dizzying. See how much is left. Yeah, this thing can go and go and go. We've been watching this for 6 minutes. Let's see what happens up here. Some more stuff in the studio. Yeah, so this was the promo video. Basically, what it did is it ran on the screen at San Diego Comic-Con. So we're back. I'm gonna write my producer back real quick. I finish. Sorry about this, guys. There we go. Having to write them back. Okay, we're gonna jump in again to some favorite comics. Let's see. This is when comics were exciting and revitalized. The time of the holofoil holographics in different colors. Yes, it would. Do you remember a guy with long hair talking to Rob for a bit? You give him a sketch. If you do, he was me. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember that. That's it's nuts. Like when you think about it, you know, that was 26 years ago. That's just nuts. That was what, January or February of '93, I believe. Let's bring those times back. Those exciting times can come back. It may not be an every Wednesday sort of situation, but it's definitely going to be comics you can look forward to on a consistent basis from creators you love. We're out there. We're there to make some good stuff. Let's go into finding some more favorite things back here. Someone wanted to look at Simon, and let me see. Let me jump into the Simon stuff because I have some. Even though I feel like I wasn't done with Turan because it's just so good. Look at this stuff, man. I felt like the second issue was even better than the first issue. I mean, oh, look at that. That is just... It's all right there. I mean, the rest of it's beautiful, but it's all right there. He just, in that, pure attitude, pure cartooniness, but pure attitude, you know? Like, gun in the face, just laughing. And then, another striking cover. More great faces. This looks like a Pulp Fiction situation. Great characters. Frank Durant, man, he just didn't do enough stuff. I've talked to him a few times online. Wonderful man. Very, very, very cool dude. Alright, somebody had asked for some Biz. I know I have a whole Biz folder. There it is. We got Batman's Judge Dredd. We have Straight Up Lobo. Lobo's back and some Slain. Let's take a look at Batman Judge Dredd. I remember enjoying this a lot, and I remember one of my favorite moments in this book, and it was uh, coming up. So we had Judge Death. We had this really just excellent Batmobile. Nobody did this like that when this came out. Let's find out when this came out, because it was just so cool. 1992. You see what I'm saying? Like, things didn't look like this. It was very different. There was nobody else doing it like this. Maybe Sienkiewicz, but nobody else was doing it. And things like that. Like, come on. That's just nuts. Sentence is death. Batman looking badass. But my favorite part of this is when you find out when Judge Death gets, and that's, I mean, come on. How many times have I seen that ripped off? A million. But what great tech, great Batman. But I remember Scarecrow being in this, and Judge Death getting sprayed with the fear stuff, right? Look at that. Again, just an amazing arm. Like, if you're a fan of like good anatomy, snap. Biz know how to do his thing. There he is, the Scarecrow. And what does he do? Oh, solid. I'm going through this fast because I'm looking for that moment. Oh, so great. I haven't looked at this in a long time. This is giving me all kinds of feels. Saw your body bag folder. Just talking about that with some people in the 90s comic group I run. I remember how that blew my mind in junior high school. Heck yeah. Heck yes. We'll take a look at that right after this. There it is. The things that scared Judge Death. Oh man. I just love that dog. That dog is killer. And I like when Batman gets sprayed, he sees all these things and he just says, weird. Weird. I'm not scared, it's just weird. I need to get the Lobo's paramilitary Christmas special on here. I realized I don't have that on here. Body bags. Let's jump into body bags. I have a couple of body bags. Of course, I have the Father's Day one. Excellent stuff. I just remember him stabbing the baby. Your baby was already dead. Heartless right there. The butt grab. I remember the butt grab. Who doesn't? And then this guy, right? Beat up. And then this. Oh, I'm beautiful. And then that guy, his nose. He cut his nose off. Just bananas. I like body bags in a major way. One of my favorite things about body bags, of course, are the Michael Golden covers. Michael Golden is probably he's my favorite, all-time favorite, because he exhibits all of the qualities, like solid drawing, solid storytelling, great detail, appealing characters, great design. He has it all. He's the greatest. In fact, it was funny. I saw Mr. Golden. I saw him, and I call him that because I respect the man. I saw him in Connecticut at Terrific Comic Con this past year, and I said something. Well, you're like the greatest artist comics has ever seen. I said, no disrespect to Jack Kirby, but like, you can do what Kirby does, and you can do things. You know, I didn't say creator, I said comic book artist, because Jack Kirby is the creator. He is the king creator. But Golden said, I think there's a guy right over there that will very much disagree with you. And he was, of course, pointing at Mr. Adams. Neil Adams, not Arthur Adams, Mr. Neil Adams. So there's respect in the room all around. I respect both of those gentlemen, but Michael Golden, he is the man. I mean, come on. These are pure excellence. Of course, this was the new version of Body Bags right here, Theories of Violence, sort of a collection of some of the other stories. He changed his style up a bit, and I'm not as big of a fan as the previous stuff. This is still great, very good, and I still love it, but I don't love it as much as the other stuff. And that's okay. That doesn't mean it's worse or anything. It's just my personal preference on Jason Pearson's work is I feel like that